Okay guys, we're going to go over the words art historians use assignment in this video. So each of you will be assigned a word from the introduction chapter of our book. So introduction, what is art history chapter? It's just from a section of that. So please read about your assigned word in the book, in that chapter, and then create an informative visual slide that will be shared with the class. And I'll do that in the announcements area once we're done with this assignment. So you'll create one slide that will illustrate the meaning of the word, and then you'll include one example of an artwork that uses or illustrates your assigned word, hopefully relatively prominently. So if you get the word line, definitely find an example of an artwork that features line prominently. And also include the definition of the term and the artist's name and title of the work that you found as your example. And then you can also include other important details if you wish to. I mean, if you have room, you can definitely throw more stuff in there if you want. But at least have, an artwork example with the artist's name and the title of the work. And then, your term and the definition for your term are definitely requirements for this. So use text in your slide that explain how the artwork you chose uses your assigned word, and then be descriptive. So change the colors, layouts, fonts, to create a visual theme that matches your word. And just have fun with it. Don't make the slides animated because I'm asking for a JPEG and animation does not translate to a JPEG file. And we're going to be using canva.com to complete this assignment. So you'll log into Canva. You can use your Facebook or your Google account. And then I suggest using a presentation template for this, which is basically like a slideshow. And you can also search for presentation to get to the presentation templates. So just be creative and have fun with this assignment. It shouldn't be too hard. There's just kind of a few steps to it that I wanted to explain in this video. And then download your slide as a JPEG and upload that in Brightspace for a grade. You can go to Activities, Assignments, and upload your file there under the words art historians use assignment area. And then I'll just put together the slides in one place where we can all view them in Brightspace after we're done with this. So that's basically the assignment in a nutshell. So you're going to have to download a document, which will probably be a PDF document out of Brightspace that will have your name next to a word. So that'll be your assigned word. So you're going to have to download that. In order to do that, you'll have to find the PDF file in here, click this arrow, and then push download, and that'll go into your downloads folder. If I go here, it'll pretend this is a PDF that I opened from my downloads folder, and my name is Mary, obviously, and my name is right next to the word line. So that is my assigned word. Now, this is hypothetical. You downloaded the PDF out of Brightspace and you saw that your name is next to the word line, which is your assigned word then. So you'll need to find, like I said, an example of an artwork that uses line, and the best resource for that, in my opinion, is your textbook. I actually have my eText open here. I looked through the chapters. I just kind of started with the first chapter, and on page 4 I found this work right here that has quite a bit of line in it. There's line in all these columns, there's lines here, here, here in these steps. There's even lines kind of framing in these dead bodies. So I'm going to use this as my example. So if I want to do a screenshot from my eText, with my computer I can do Command-Shift-4 on a Mac, or on a PC you might have to look that up. I'm not quite sure exactly what the process is on a PC, but on a Mac it's Command-Shift-4. So a screenshot will work well. So I have that, compiled. It's on my desktop. And then we just need to look up the word line in the book and kind of figure out what the definition is. You can also look it up online, but so this is actually an excerpt from our book, and so a line can be understood as a path of a point moving in space, an invisible line of sight. So that is basically kind of the definition of line. So I'll copy and paste that so that I have that ready to go, and then once we do that, we can actually go to canva.com. Okay, so we'll do canva.com, enter that. I might already be logged in, but you can always log in with your Facebook or your Gmail account. So presentations are right here, right here. You can also just search up here for presentation and click down here. And so this is all the templates for presentations. And if you hover over them, you can see which ones are free and which ones are not. Most of them are free, but this one is paid. So you can see Pro with the crown next to it. That means you have to pay for it. But let's just say I want to go with this nice gradient here. I like that, so I can click on that. And most of these have multiple slides in them, so we can actually see all the slides kind of in this lower area here on the screen. So if we click on 2 and then just go through and push Shift on our keyboard, hold that down, and then click on 22 to select 2 through 22, and then push this delete trash can icon up here in the upper right. You can get rid of those. And now I'm just down to the one slide, which is great. And so I'm going to, oops, I don't want to do that. I'm going to edit this to just say line. And then I'm going to put the definition of line in there, and I actually have it right here. But you might have to go in the book and copy paste or just type it in. So there we go. Maybe I'll put a little dash here. And then, so that's kind of how you edit, you just highlight and edit the text. And then we can go to uploads, and we can actually upload media here from this device. And then I actually have this as a screenshot on my desktop that I did today at 3:11. So update that. I already brought it in earlier because I was experimenting, but we can click on that, bring that, oops, no, that. We can move it pretty easily. I'm going to delete this line and this line now. Actually, maybe I'll keep that one. And I'm going to actually highlight this and just make it smaller. So I can change the text size right here using this little minus or plus button. You can change like colors of the text, make it bold, those kinds of things. Change the actual font here, change the alignment here, do different things. I don't suggest animating anything because we're going to be downloading as JPEG. So one thing I need to do is copy paste the artist's name and the title of this work into this so that I know what it's called and who made it. Okay, so I'm back in my eText on my computer, and I'm just going to copy the name and information of this piece of artwork and bring that in. I'm just going to highlight all of this and do Command V or Control V on a PC to paste it, and then just highlight this and do a, so we can actually go up here to right align things. So this is alignment, so we can just click on it until it gets to the right alignment. And then maybe I'll just push return to get it on 2 lines, kind of shrink up this box, and then if I want to move it, I can do this like little crosshair and bring it down here maybe. Okay, that's not bad. And then I'm going to take this, move it up here, and then I think I might do an ungroup because these are grouped together. I might do a Command C, Command V, Control C, Control V on a PC, and just write about the work a little bit. How is it using line? So this work uses line extensively in the columns, stairs, and to frame the dead bodies in the lower half of the composition. So yeah, that's kind of how it's using line. Just kind of a quick statement on that. Maybe I'll right align that too. And what is this? What font is this? Okay, Libre Franklin. So maybe I'll try and match. And then I can make it, I think I should be able to make it all caps. And then maybe make it a little bit smaller so it fits on 2 lines. And then I can just kind of align it over here too. So you can do yours however you want, but this is, you know, a decent way to do it, I guess. If you push Shift and hold it down, you can get two things at once. Something like that. It doesn't have to be perfect, but... And then we can also bring in elements from over here. So, I mean, I actually have lines and shapes here. And since I'm talking about line, I'm actually going to bring a line in. Click on it. You know, we can change the color of the line here. We'll just make it white. And then I can even rotate it and have it kind of point towards my picture here. And then maybe I'll bring a shape in. You know, if you hover over it, it'll tell you if it's free. You can change the color here. I'm going to make it. And then I'm going to move it over here, and then I'm just going to click on the example that I have and position that and bring that to front. So it's above, and I want to bring this to front too. So position to front. So it's up above. Maybe I'll actually move it over a little bit. And I think you can crop your images if you just grab these little sides. And then you size it down by grabbing the corners. So yeah, something like that is not bad. This is what I'm looking for basically. It has the word, the definition. Maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller so it's not. And then also like how the work is using your word. And then the artist's name and the title of the work at least. You don't have to include the year or anything like that if you don't want to, but I just went ahead and did that. And so once you're at the stage you're done, basically, you know, you have a few elements in here to make it pretty, and then you can just push download. And we want a JPEG file, and then just push download, and that'll download into your downloads folder once it's done. And then you can submit that JPEG for a grade to me in Brightspace. Definitely, you can just, I think you can click on this title and submit it, or you can go to Activities Assignments and submit it there for a grade. And that's the assignment in a nutshell. Hopefully I did a decent job of explaining that to you guys, and look forward to seeing what you guys come up with.